गिरिधारी शिष्य राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यानंद प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupada Shuttara Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupada Shuttara Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupada Shuttara Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Srila Gaurkishodas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Srila Saccidānanda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadas Raghunath Shad Gosai Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल कोरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। श्री हरि नाम चिंतामणि की जय। नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि की जय। श्री हरि नाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। And I think today it's the appearance day, right? Yeah. Oh no, disappearance day. जय श्रील भक्ति वैभव पुरी गोसाई महाराज की जय। तदीय शुभ तिरुभाव तिथि की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि वो। Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll do the Mangala Charan and then I will see all who's here. Oops, one second. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। श्रीसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति विदितो कोडीय गुर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभात गगने योगोरसङ्कीर्तनाय मायावारतिमिङ्गिलो दरगतान् उद्धृत्य जीवनिमान् कृष्णप्रेमसुधाब्धिगाहनसुखां प्रादात् प्रभुं तं भजे। वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्री गौरशक्तिस्वरूपकं भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञसम्राजं राधारससुधानिधिम्। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vrishabhanusutanvitavamatanum Yamuna Tatanagaranandasutam Murali Kalagita Vinoraparam Pajagodrumakanana Kunjavidom Smaragoragadadarake Bhavagoragadadhara Pakshachara Shrenugoragadadhara Charukathang Bhajagodrumakanana Kunjavidom Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Itti Vigyaya Devi Twang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptashchakamaditaranga Madhye Kripa Mai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Dandavat pranams. Chatamai Mataji, Ashray Tattva Prabhu, Lola Didi, Nitai Mukesh ji, Manas Goswami, Ganga Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Indira Mataji, and all the other devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook. If you write a comment, I'll see your name. Also, pranams to all devotees watching in the future. Haribol. So today um, we are beginning the last chapter of Harināma-cintāmaṇi. This chapter is 9,000 words, so it might take us 2 or 3 readings to get through. But yeah. I'm just seeing Raseshwari Mataji is saying the link goes to Safari and not YouTube. I think that must be something with your phone. I don't think it has to do with the link I sent, because the link is just, it's the same always. But maybe if you scroll up to the top of, like, yeah, if you scroll up, you might see something that says open in YouTube. I don't know. That's lots of times what I see when that happens. Haribo Archana Mataji. Hare Krishna. All right, so I didn't read this chapter yet. So we're all reading it for the first time. I only, like, when I looked at the end yesterday with all of you, that's all I know about the chapter. So but yeah, after going through understanding Dashmula Tattva and understanding well, like after Srila Haridas Thakur, the glories of the holy name, the different categories of the holy name, Namaparad, Namabhas, and the pure name, and then went through all the 10 offenses to the holy name. Finally, after all of that, this last chapter begins the process for how to engage in bhajan, nam bhajan. What's the name of the title, actually? Let's take a look. Chapter is just Bhajana-praṇālī, the method of bhajan. So chapter 15, last chapter. Okay, so let's begin. I'm a bit yesterday and today I've been a bit sick, like kind of a weird sickness. It's like more in my head, like a bit of a headache and dizzy and just really spaced out. So I'm a little bit slow, but anyhow, I'm just reading anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Wait, oh, I forgot to check my mic is plugged in. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Gadai Gauranga Jai, Jai Nityananda, Jai Sita Nata Jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Glories to Gadai Gauranga, glories to Nityananda, glories to the Lord of Sita, Advaita, and the devotees of Gaur. I'm wondering, maybe it'd be nice just to look at the first chapter, just which sets the scene, just since it's been such a long time since we've seen that. I'm gonna go here to the first chapter. We'll just read the first few verses so that we can get a picture of the scene. Okay. So on the shore of the saltwater ocean, in a beautiful temple in Nilachal, the Supreme Person descended in the form of a wooden deity, Daru Brahma, in order to deliver the jivas. He bestows material enjoyment and liberation. In this dham, the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya appeared in the form of a sannyasi in order to bless humanity and to teach the Yuga Dharma of the Kali age while residing at the home of Kashi Mishra. Along with his intimate associates, he became like a wish-fulfilling tree and gave everyone Krishna Prem. He happily listened to topics about bhakti from the mouths of various devotees and taught this to the jivas with great care. One day, after bathing in the ocean, the Lord met Haridas at Sri Siddhabakul. Feeling great bliss, he asked sincerely, "How can the jivas be easily delivered?" Grasping the Lord's feet with great humility, with moist eyes and the hairs of his body standing on end, the broad-hearted Haridas continuously wept, saying, "O Prabhu, your pastimes are extremely deep. I am most destitute. I do not possess a wealth of knowledge. Your feet are my only treasure. Tell me, O Prabhu, if you ask this question to such an unfit person, what will be the result? O Prabhu, you are directly Krishna himself. O Great One, in order to deliver the jivas, you have descended to Navadvip. Please be merciful. Please be kind. O Gaurai, kindly protect me. Make my heart blossom with bliss. Your names are unlimited. Your many qualities are boundless. Your form is an ocean of bliss. Your pastimes are endless. Please show your mercy and allow this wretch to relish them. You are the transcendental sun, and I am but a particle of light. You are the master, and I am an eternal servant. The nectar of your feet is my blissful wealth. I only desire the nectar of your names. Thus I am very fallen. How will I know what to say, O Master? Still, I must accept your order. Whatever words you speak through my mouth, I will happily tell you. I will not consider their faults or virtues. And then he goes through Dashmula Tattva. Krishna is the supreme controller of everything, possessing independent desires. With his eternal potencies, Krishna is supremely infinite. And so on. Krishna's potencies are never independent from Krishna. These potencies in Krishna are identical. The mantras of the Vedas explain this. So he goes on to like that. And so it begins with Dashmula Tattva, and it looked, from what we looked at yesterday, it seems like he went through Dashmula Tattva at the end. So at the beginning, middle, in the chapter about what is it, Shruti Shastra Nindanam, that chapter, which was in the middle of the book, and in the end, keeps on going through Dashmula Tattva, these 10 fundamental truths. Um, so now that the scene is set, let's begin. Chapter 15. Sab chhari Hari Naam je kore bhajan, Jai Jai Bhagyavan Shei Mahajan. Glories, glories to those most fortunate Mahajans that give everything up to perform bhajan of Hari Naam. And Haribo Vidyalala Sadidi. one second, just प्रभु बोले हरिदास तुम्ही भक्ति बोले पाएछो सकल ज्ञान ए जगति तले. The Lord said, O Haridas, by the power of your bhakti, you have attained all the knowledge of the world. Sarva Veda nache dekhi tomar jivai, shakal siddhanta dekhi tomar kathai. I see all the Vedas dancing upon your tongue, and I see how your words are all full of siddhanta. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the correct Vedic siddhanta concerning Bhagavat Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Maya Tattva, Nam Tattva, Nam Abhas Tattva, Nam Aparad Tattva, etc., are found in your words. Therefore, all the Vedas blissfully dance upon your tongue. Through Haridas, Mahaprabhu revealed Nam Ras Tattva and all these other topics. Ras is the highest attainment of Nam Tattva. So now, in this chapter, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur will go into, will explain Ras in detail, because that is the highest attainment of Nam Tattva. That's how this chapter ends. That's also how Jaiva Dharma ends with Ras Tattva. In Kalyana Kalpataru, the very last kirtan is called Ras Kirtan. So always ends with the ultimate goal, which is Ras. Okay, so Nam Ras Jigyasa, an inquiry about Nam Ras. Ebe spashta bolo Nam Ras ki prakar, ki rupe lobhibe jiva tahe adhikar. Please clearly describe Nam Ras and how the jiva can become eligible to experience it. Haridas Mahapreme Kore Nivedan, Tomar Prerana Bole Korivo Varnan. Feeling great prem, Haridas made the submission. He said, on the strength of your order, I will describe it. Now, Ras Tattva, the science of Ras. So Haridas continues. Shuddha Tattva Paratattva Jai Vastu Siddha Rasaname Sarva Vede Tahai Prasiddha. All the Vedas glorify that which is called Ras to be of the same spiritual substance as the Paratattva, the supreme reality, who is the purest truth. What does it say in, I forgot which Upanishad, Chandrasekhar has it tattooed on his arm. Raso Vaisaha. He is indeed Ras. Ras personified. The embodiment of all Ras. Akila Rasamrita Murti. So all the Vedas glorify that which is called Ras to be the same spiritual substance as the Paratattva, the supreme reality, who is the purest truth. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the Ras described in ordinary books of rhetoric, Alankar, is mundane. In reality, it is not Ras, but a distortion of Ras. That which exists beyond the 24 elements of Prakriti, of the material energy, is Shuddha Sattva Tattva, the transcendental reality. And that is true Ras. That is true Ras. Those who are Atmaram, who find satisfaction in the self, they transcend the limits of Prakriti, of the material energy. Yet they cannot see the wonderful variety that exists within Shuddha Sattva Tattva. Therefore, they are niras, bereft of ras. They're bereft of material ras, but then they're also bereft of spiritual ras as well. So there's just no ras, niras. Spiritual variety is found within Shuddha Sattva. That is eternal ras. She akhanda ras parabrahma tattva ananta ananda dham charama mahatva. Parabrahma is undivided ras. He is the abode of unlimited bliss, and his glories are the greatest. Shakti Shaktiman Rupe Vishesha Tahai Bhedanai bhedasama darshanete bhai. He manifests as the Shakti, as the potency, and Shaktiman, the possessor of potencies. So he manifests as Shakti and Shaktiman. Although these are non-different, they appear to be different due to Vishesh. And Vishesh means specialities. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, he, Haridas, explains the process of ras thus. Parabrahma, the Supreme, is situated in Shuddha Sattva, and within pure existence, pure goodness. There isn't really, yeah, in Shuddha Sattva. And that indivisible substance naturally appears in the specific forms of Shakti and Shaktiman. Wonder if it's translating Vastu as substance. That indivisible entity naturally appears in the specific forms of Shakti and Shaktiman. I don't know. Okay. Shaktiman Tattva is difficult. Shaktiman Tattva is difficult to comprehend. In truth, there is no substantial difference between Shakti and Shaktiman, just like there's no difference between the sun and its light. Various distinctions are perceived due to Vishesh, which is an apparent difference between objects. Vishesh means like specialities. Shaktiman Shaktiman eternally appears as the independent Purush, and his Shakti manifests his powers. This Shakti reveals itself as the threefold phenomena of Chit, of spiritual potency, Jiva, the living beings, and Maya, the illusory potency. That is, what was that? Was that verse 3 that we learned of Dashmula Tattva? I think so. Shaktiman Su, no, yeah. Yeah, that was verse 3. Okay, sorry. Shaktiman Sudurlaksha Shakti Prakashini Trividha Shaktir Kriya Vishwa Vikashini. That incomprehensible Shaktiman, that possessor of all potency, is revealed by the Shakti, by the potency. And using the threefold Shaktis, he creates the universe. So the Para Shakti, the Jiva Shakti, and the Maya Shakti. Using those threefold Shaktis, he creates the universe. Chit Shakti Dwara Vastu Prakash. The Chit Shakti reveals the supreme substance. Yes, I was right. He was translating Vastu as substance. I prefer translating Vastu as entity. Yeah, I'm going to just say the supreme entity. And Hare Krishna and Hare Krishna Prabhu. Chit Shakti Swarupe Prakashaye Vasturup Vastunam Vastudham Tatkriya Swarup. The Chit Shakti reveals the name, the dham, activities, and form of the supreme entity, I'll say, instead of substance. Okay. Krishna She Parama Vastu Shamatara Rup Krishna Dham Gokuladi Lilar Swarup. Krishna is the Paramavastu, he is the supreme entity, and his form is dark. Goloka and other abodes are Krishna's dhams, where he exhibits his lila. Nam dham rupa guna lila adi jata shakali akhanda dvai jnana antargata. His names, dham, forms, qualities, pastimes, etc., all belong to the category of akhandadvai gyan. That's indivisible and non-dual knowledge. Haribol Gopuleshwari Didi. Vichitrata Jatasab Parashakti Karma Krishna Dharmi Parashakti Krishna Nitya Karma. All varieties are due to the Parashakti. Krishna is the natural proprietor, the dharmi, of the Parashakti, and it is Krishna's eternal activity. Dharma dharmi bhedanai, akhanda advaye, vichitra vishesh matra, shachin nilaye. The dharma, the property, and the dharmi, the proprietor, are non-different, indivisible, and non-dual. In the abode of eternity and cognizance, variety is only due to vishesh, due to a special distinction, speciality. Um, then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Krishna is the dharmi. He is the natural proprietor. And Krishna's parashakti is the dharma, is the intrinsic property. The dharmi and the dharma are inherently non-different. Yet due to vishesh, due to a speciality, a variety is perceived in them. This variety is also present in the spiritual world. These things are also seen in the abode of eternity and cognizance, namely the spiritual world. I wonder if Vishesh, what's better for Vishesh for speciality or distinction? Maybe distinction is, I'm just looking up in the Vishesh, speciality, peculiarity, individuality, detailed difference, distinction, special variety, differentia, distinguishing mark. Okay, so Maya Shaktir Swarup, the nature of Maya Shakti. Okay, so first he explains the Parashakti, which is non-different from the Paramavastu Shri Krishna, the supreme entity Shri Krishna. And now Maya Shakti. Shei Shakti Chaya Eka Maya Samgyapay Bahiranga Vishwasrije Krishner Ichai. The shadow of that Shakti is known as Maya. By the desire of Krishna, she creates the external world. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Maya Shakti is the shadow of the Parashakti. Because it is a shadow, it is also called the Bahiranga Shakti, the external potency. By the desire of Krishna, she has created this external world, or Devi Dham. And now the Jiva Shakti, the Jiva potency. Bheda Bhed Mai Jiva Shakti Jiva Gane Tataste Prakashe Krishna Sevar Karane. The Jivas, or Jiva Shakti, are one and different from the Supreme. They are manifest by Krishna as tatastha, marginal, so they can perform service. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they are manifest by Krishna as tatastha, so they can perform service, marginal. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that the Parashakti gives rise to the marginal Jiva Shakti, which is eternally and inconceivably different and non-different from the Lord, and manifests the individual jivas. The jivas are a specific shakti of Krishna Shakti. Therefore, they are meant to serve him. Notice though, first it started with the Vedas, and then how Krishna is the supreme, and how he is non-different from his Shakti, and his Shakti is of three types. And Krishna is independent; he is the controller of the Shakti. And now he explains the three Shaktis. Sorry, something just happened. Okay, yeah, and now so he's just following Dashmula Tattva. Now he's going into Jiva Tattva. Dui prakar dasha vishishta jiva. The two types of states for the jiva. Mukta jiva dviprakar, nitya mukte nitya Krishna seva adhikar. There are two kinds of jiva. There's the nitya baddha, eternally bound, and nitya mukta, eternally liberated. Those that are nitya mukta are eternally eligible to perform service to Krishna. Nitya baddha maya gune koroye sangsar, bahirmukha antarmukha bhede dvi prakar. Those that are nitya baddha are bound by maya and go through the cycle of birth and death. They are of two types, bahirmukh, averse to Krishna, and antarmukh, inclined towards Krishna. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, some nitya baddha jivas are antarmukh. In other words, they endeavor to go towards Krishna. The others are all bahirmukh. That is, they are attracted to things other than Krishna. They are opposed to service to him, and specifically nurture a tendency towards material enjoyment. One second, just removing this mark here. There. Okay. Antarmukh sadhu sange Krishna nama pai, Krishna nama prabhavete Krishna dhame jai. In the association of sadhus, those who are antarmukh, those who are directed towards Krishna, how do they translate it here? I forgot. Yeah. Anyways, those who are inclined towards Krishna. In the association of sadhus are those who are inclined towards Krishna. In the association of sadhus, those who are antarmukh, who are inclined towards Krishna, can attain Krishna Nam. And through the influence of Krishna Nam, they progress to Krishna's abode. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, those who are extremely fortunate amongst the antarmukh, amongst those who are inclined towards Krishna, they attain Krishna Nam in the association of sadhus. Those who are not very fortunate, who are bahirmukh, who are directed away from Krishna, they tread the paths of karma, gyan, the worship of many devas, or aspire for the state of nirvishesh, non-differentiated Brahman. Rasa Nam Swarup. Rasa is the nature of Nam. Nam to akhanda rasa kalika tahar, Krishna adi samgya rupe vishvete prachar. The name is indivisible ras, and its budding flower is disseminated throughout the universe in the form of names such as Krishna, etc. Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, the nature of names such as Krishna, etc. are Shuddha Sattva, and they are comprised of indivisible ras. By the mercy of Krishna, they appear like budding flowers, which are disseminated throughout the universe. Rasa Rup Swarup. Rasa is the nature of Krishna's form. Swalpa Sphuta Kalika Shri Rupa Manohar, Shri Goloke Vrindavane Shri Shama Sundar. When that budding flower begins to open slightly, the Lord's charming form is revealed as Shri Shama Sundar in Goloka Vrindavan. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, as the budding flower of the name begins to open slightly, the various charming transcendental forms of Krishna become manifest. So that's the Nam Swarup of Ras. Right? No, Rasa Rup Swarup. Wait, first was Rasa Nam Swarup. Rasa is the nature of Nam. Then Rasa is the nature of Krishna's form, his beautiful form. And now Rasa is the nature of Krishna's qualities. Sorabhita kalika she chatushashti gunam prakashe namir tattva janen nipuna. Okay, Hare Krishna, Lula Mataji. As the bud produces its fragrance, the name manifests the 64 qualities of Krishna. This is understood by those who are expert in tattva. And then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, just as when a flower partially opens and one can smell its fragrance, one can perceive the fragrance of Krishna's 64 qualities. And now Rasa Lila Sarup. Rasa is the nature of Krishna's Lila. Purna Purna Prasputit Nama Kusuma Sundar Ashtakala Nitya Lila Prakritir Para. Then when it fully blooms, the beautiful flower of the name becomes the eternal eightfold pastimes, the Ashtakaliya Lila, which transcend matter. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when the flower of the name fully blooms, it appears as the eternal transcendental eightfold Lila, which transcends which transcends matter, yet still manifests within this world. So the pastimes that go on in the eight divisions of the day. And now, Bhakti Swarup, the nature of Bhakti. Okay, so that was all Rasa Swarup. Nam Ras Swarup, Rupa Ras Swarup. No, wait, what is it? Rasa Nam Swarup, Rasa Rup Swarup, Rasa Guna Swarup, Rasa Lila Swarup, and now Bhakti Swarup. Jive Nam Kripodaye Swarupa Hladini Samviter Sarjuta Bhakti Swarupini. When the name manifests its mercy to the jivas, the Swarup Shakti combines with the essence of the Samvit Shakti and takes the form of Bhakti. Hmm. And the Samvit Shakti, right? That's so when the name manifests its mercy to the jivas, the Swarup Shakti combines with the essence of the Samvit Shakti. And Samvit Shakti is the knowledge potency or like the cognizance potency where you start to where you understand the relationships and the feelings within those relationships with Krishna, right? That's I mean probably that's a very like way too of a dumbed down explanation of Samvit Shakti, but okay. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, due to mercy of the name, the Swarup Shakti comes to combine the minute portions of Samvit, of knowledge, and Ladini Shakti, of bliss, that exists within the jiva, which then become the essential function of bhakti. So that was Bhakti Swarup, and now Bhakti Kriya, the effects of bhakti. Avirbhuta hoye name prasphutita kori raser samagri prakashaye sarveshwari. The Swarup Shakti appears, and thus the name fully blooms. Then that supreme goddess reveals the ingredients of ras. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Sarveshwari, the Shakti who controls all things, appears, and she reveals all the ingredients of ras through Krishna Nam. Vishuddha Chinmay Jiva Labhiya Swarup Shei Rase Praveshe E Aparupam. The purified transcendental jiva then enters that ras. This is astonishing. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, by the power of bhakti, the jiva attains his transcendental form, his swarup, and he then enters ras tattva, which has been revealed by the Bhakti Shakti. Raser Vibhava Alambhana. Alambhana as a causal element of ras. And Hare Krishna, Rohini Nandan Prabhu and Meena Podel. Hare Krishna. Okay. Raser Vibhava She Tattva Alambhana. Tad Ashray Bhakta Tad Vishay Krishna Dhana. One of the causal elements, the vibhavs of ras, is the alambana tattva, the support or foundation. Alambana has two divisions, the ashray, the recipient, which is the devotee, and the vishay, the object, which is the treasure, that is Krishna. And lots of times we hear it explained as ashray is the abode of love for Krishna, and Vishai is Ashray is the abode of love, and Vishai is the object of that love. So the devotee who is the abode of love for him, and Krishna who is the object of the devotee's love. So that alambana, which is the support of ras, the foundation of ras, has these two divisions. There's the abode of love and the object of love. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, in ras, sthai bhav, the permanent ecstasy, one's fixed moods, like, in either as in servitude or in friendship or in like with parental affection or in a conjugal mellow. So this permanent ecstasy or this permanent feelings towards Krishna is perfected bhav. It is also called rati. When rati is combined with four other ingredients, also known as bhavs, it becomes ras. These four ingredients are as follows. There's vibhav, which is the causes of bhav, anubhav, the intimation of bhav, the sattvika bhavs, the ecstatic symptoms, which is revealed externally on the body, and vyabhichari bhav, or sanchari bhav, which is transitory bhav. Within vibhav, there's alambana, the support or foundation. Okay, so now the first one, the causes of bhav, vibhav. So there are these four ingredients, vibhav, anubhav, satvik bhav, and vyabhichari bhav, or also known as sanchari bhav. So these are the four ingredients. Now the first one is vibhav, the causes of bhav. So within vibhav, there is alambana, the support or foundation. And udipana, that is that which stimulates. So, okay, so vibhav, there's alambana and udipan. So alambana, the support or foundation, is divided into these two. There's the vishai, the object of love, and the ashray, the recipient of love. These are the two types of alambana. So the devotee of Krishna is the ashray, is the abode of love, and Krishna himself is the vishai. He is the object of love. Okay, so that's the first one in vibhav, is the support or foundation, which is the devotee in Krishna, the abode of love and object of love. And the next is udipana, that which stimulates the love. So Krishna's form, qualities, etc. are udipana, that which stimulates love. So anything connected, when the Krishna is laughing, all his different qualities, anything that's related to Krishna in any way, that stimulates the devotee's love. Right? Like that song Radha Kunda Tata goes through all the different things that stimulates the love. Even the clouds and the peacocks and all these things also stimulates the devotee's love. Those are also all udipana, they're stimuli. When the alamban and udipan combine together and act, they produce all the other results of anubhav. After, when all these results intensify, they become sattvic vikar, spontaneous ecstatic transformations, which can be seen externally on the body. Then immediately, all the symptoms of sanchari bhav appear. Sanchari bhav is transitory emotion. Transitory emotions. Okay. Nam kore avirata bhakta mahashay, kripa kore rupa guna lilar udoy. When the name is constantly chanted by a great devotee, then by the mercy of the name, the Lord's form, qualities, and lila are revealed to him. Raser vibhav udipan. Udipan as a causal element of ras. Udipana Krishna Rupa Gunadika Jata Alambana Udipana Vibhave Sanjuta. Udipan includes Krishna's form and qualities. Both Alambana and Udipan are Vibhav. They are the causal elements of ras. Vibhav hoite Anubhav. Anubhav stems from Vibhav. Okay, so remember, Vibhav is Alambana and Udipana. And Alambana refers to the abode of love and the object of love, the devotee and Krishna. And then Udipan are the qualities of Krishna, anything related to Krishna, which stimulates the devotee's love for Krishna. And now, so that's Vibhav. And now, Anubhav stems from that Vibhav, from those three things. Or two things, whatever. Vibhava sampurna hoile, Anubhava hoy, premer vikar shab, shuddha premamoy. When Vibhav is fully experienced, then Anubhav arises. These are all transformations of Prem. These are all transformations of Prem that are comprised of Shuddha Prem. It didn't explain Anubhav anywhere really though. Let's just see, I'm just opening up in here. I just want to get a better explanation of Anubhav. Okay. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. Anubhav. Oops, I was typing it in Bengali by mistake. Anubhav. Okay, let's see if it's Anubhav is explained anywhere really. Okay, Anubhav. The components of Bhakti Ras. So there's Sthai Bhav, the permanent sentiment in one of the 5 primary relationships of Shantadasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, or Madhurya. Then there's Anubhav, which is visible actions that illustrates the spiritual emotions situated within the heart. Singing, dancing, and so on. And then Sattvika Bhav is the 8 symptoms of spiritual ecstasy arising exclusively from Vishuddha Sattva. Those are all the transformations like on the body, crying, horripilation, like that. Then Vyabhichari Bhav, the 33 internal spiritual emotions which emerge from the nectarian ocean of the Sthai Bhav, cause it to swell and then merge back into that ocean. But they're the transitory emotions, right? Vyabhichari? I don't know. I'm actually not very. That's why I had to look this up because I'm not very. But Anubhav are the visible actions that illustrate the spiritual emotions situated within the heart, singing, dancing, and so on. Okay. Just seeing if there's any other. Okay, this is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It says Anubhav, external symptoms of ecstasy. The symptoms that reveal the spiritual emotions situated within the heart are called anubhavs. When they manifest mostly as external actions, they are known as udbhasvar. Sattvic bhavs are also known as anubhavs because they also reveal the emotions of the heart. The term udbhasvar is used, therefore, to distinguish between anubhavs arising spontaneously from sattva and those which manifest as external actions involving some conscious intention. These are described to be of two types, as follows. There's sattvic bhavs, and then there is. Huh. Anyways, okay. So that's what an anubhav is. It's something that reveals the spiritual emotions situated within the heart. Okay. Okay, so anubhav stems from vibhav. I think we already read this Bengali, right? Vibhava sampurna hoile anubhava hoy premer vikar sab shuddha premamoy. When vibhav is fully experienced, then anubhava arises. The things that's revealing the internal the moods of their heart, the things that happen externally. Um, these are all transformations of prem that are comprised of shuddha prem. Now, sanchari bhav or satvik, sanchari bhav or satvik mishre vibhav kriya kore. Sthai bhavi rasa hoy. Ras arises from sthai bhav when activities in vibhav are mixed with sanchari bhav and satvik bhav. Oh wait, I'm just seeing Rukmini Didi's comments. She says, Anubhavs are voluntary expressions of emotion, and the sattvic bhavs are involuntary. So voluntary expressions, so dancing and singing, I gave those two examples, but I'm sure there's many, many different types of anubhavs. But those are all voluntary. But then sattvic bhavs are just things that happen automatically. Like you don't try to make yourself cry. You don't try to make yourself horripilate. It just happens involuntarily, right? She says this is all explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Yeah, there's 8 different types of sattvic bhavs, and I remember in Damodarashtakam book, Gurudev said that there's an extra sattvic bhav, which is only in Vatsalya Ras, which is for like the breast coming automatically. Sorry, milk automatically coming from the breast, like dripping from the breast. So, um, but yeah, you don't control that; it just happens involuntarily. Okay. Um, So ras arises from sthai bhav when activities in vibhav are mixed with sanchari bhav and sattvic bhav. Sorry, I'm going so slowly through this. I'm not an expert on ras tattva at all, so that's why I have to. Yeah. So sanchari sattvika krame udita hoile sthai bhava rasa hoy sarva shastra bole. When sanchari bhav and sattvic bhav arise and are and are added to sthai bhav, ras manifests. This is mentioned by all the Shastra. All scriptures say that when Sanchari Bhav and Sattvic Bhav arise and are added to Sthai Bhav, then Ras manifests. Okay, Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura says, Ras is like a machine. Sthai Bhav, or Rati, is the honey. And then the translator made a note here. He says, in this footnote by Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, he compares Ras to a machine, a jantra, probably a machine for crushing sugarcane. However, he then seems to compare Staibhav or Rati to a pivot or axle, dhura. This is somewhat confusing. Some commentators suggest that Bhaktivinoda means madhur, honey, which would make more sense. Okay. Okay. So ras is like a machine. Staibhav or Rati is the honey. Once the machine begins to move due to the vibhavs, etc., Staibhav becomes ras. The devotee who's the ashray, the recipient, or the abode of love for Krishna, is the rasik. He is the relisher of that ras. Okay. Now, taha pai bar kram, the gradual path to attain it. Oh, and I see it's 8 o'clock. How long is this section? Should we just finish this section? Oh, this looks long. Okay, we're not going to finish the section. We'll stop here. I'm just going to read some of the translations just to get a preview, but I'm not going to. We'll come back to this tomorrow. So, I know this ras to be the essence of all things, the very essence of perfection. I accept that all scriptures say that it is the supreme goal of human existence. By the mercy of a pure guru, a jiva who is eager for bhakti achieves the good fortune of attaining the divine names of the beautiful divine couple. He remembers those names by chanting a prescribed number of them on tulsi beads. Otherwise, he chants them in kirtan aloud with great respect. So either on his beads or in sankirtan. One should begin by chanting one grantha of names. And remember, a grantha means a group of 4. Gradually, one will meditate upon 3 lakhs of the holy names, and all desires will be fulfilled. So a grantha is 4 rounds of japa. 3 lakhs is 192 rounds. So begin from 4 rounds, and we should end up at 192 rounds. Amongst this prescribed number, some names should be sung in kirtan. In this way, all the senses will dance in bliss. The name gives shelter to the 9 processes of bhakti. However, kirtan and remembering, smaran and kirtan, is the best of all. One who is attached to the path of archan attains the perfection of shravan and kirtan. One who is attached to the path of archan, they attains the perfection of shravan and kirtan. One who has resolute affection for the name engages only in shravan, kirtan, and smriti, as hearing, chanting, and remembering the holy name. Then, Nam Shravan Kirtan Smarani Jekram, the gradual process of hearing and chanting the name. Anyways, so these are the topics we're going to get into tomorrow. So there's a process. What are the gradual stages of sadhan? Firstly, the introspective devotee avoids the 10 offenses and constantly engages in sadhan of Nam Smaran and Kirtan. While performing smaran and kirtan, he should pronounce the name clearly and loudly. When the holy name is distinct, steady, and blissful, he should meditate upon the form of Sri Shyamasundar. Using the hands to count on beads, one should constantly try to attain the holy name with one's mind or mouth. And then one will see the true meaning of the name with spiritual eyes. Otherwise, one should sit in front of the deity, gazing at the form, remembering the name. When the name becomes one with the form, one should then practice remembering all of Krishna's qualities. When one internally realizes that the Lord's name, form, and qualities are one, then one can begin to remember the Lord's lila through mantra dhyanamai, meditating upon the lila through one's guru-given mantra, which eventually becomes one with the name, form, and qualities. At this time, Nam Rasa arises. Ras completely arises when mantra dhyanamaya meditation becomes swarasiki ashtakala dhyan, spontaneous meditation upon Krishna's 8-fold pastimes. At the beginning of the sadhan, the devotee is basically a kanishta. By sadhu sangha with uttamas, or by topmost Vaishnavas, the sadhak quickly becomes a madhyam devotee, an intermediate devotee, and is finally counted among the uttama devotees. At the kanishta stage, he spends some days practicing his chanting. By practicing his chanting, his anarthas go far away, and he becomes qualified for Shuddhanam, for the pure name, and Vaishnav Seva, and for serving Vaishnavas truly. Wow, that is a really awesome breakdown of the gradual process of chanting Nam, what happens, the stages of chanting Nam. So we will read this all more tomorrow. All right. And tomorrow, I actually will begin my parikrama. did I say my parikrama? I meant to say, yeah, our like we're doing a Navadip parikrama, small little group. Thinking it's gonna be like 30 or 40 devotees. That's I guess, but and so tomorrow we're gonna do Sankalpa. I don't know what time we're leaving here tomorrow, but I think maybe from this point on, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pre-record videos. Might have to do it a few times actually. Um, I much prefer just reading with everybody together, but yeah, we didn't manage to finish Harināma-cintāmaṇi before program started. So I'm just going to pre-record a video, and then what I do is I make the video go live on YouTube. And so the video will still be live, and you can still interact with each other. The comments will be live and everything, but I it will be me from the past speaking. So yeah. All right, I'll just end with Maha Mantra, and then if anybody has anything to add, you can do so. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Saccidānanda Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Param Gurudev ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai, Sab Parshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Gan ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai, श्री भक्ति देवी की जय, श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय, श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, जय श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय, जय श्री जय श्री हरिनाम चिंतामणि की जय, जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, श्री सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि की जय, श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय, जय श्री Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Jai Shri Jai Nityalala Pravishra Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Gosai Maharaj ki Jai. Tadir Shubha Tirubhav Titi ki Jai. Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Jai Shri the Parama Tattva Sarva Shaktiman Akila Rasamrita Murti Shri Krishna Chandra ki Jai and his non-different name ki Jai. Jai Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Right. Wait, sorry. Vrindai Tulsi Devai, Priyai Keshavashacha, Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi, Satyavatai Namo Namaha, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams, Gokuleshwari Didi, Ashray Tattva Prabhu, Lola Mataji, Nitai Mukesh ji, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Archana Mataji, Manas, and Subhadra, Harivo. And then Ganga Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Vidyalala Sadidi, I'm guessing Indira Mataji is there, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Meena Podel, Rukmini Didi, and Vangsiwala Prabhu, and all the other devotees were, okay, so, yeah, and also pranam to all the other, I see there are many other devotees watching. I only see the names of those devotees write comments though, so, but pranams to all of you, 10 devotees on YouTube and Facebook, and also all devotees watching in the future, Dandavat pranams, Haribol. So Vidya Lala Sadidi is asking a question. Let's see what she says. Uh, I had a question about Asvatita Hing from yesterday's session. That was interesting. I've never heard that before. And yeah, that was very interesting. She said, it is not used in Bhog preparation for Thakurji in the mat. In ISKCON it's used, and I've been using it at home. Yeah, and they also use it in the mat. They do use Asvatita in the mat. I did once hear though, forgot who I heard it from. Maybe it was from Premananda Prabhu, but he said that hing makes people lusty. I don't know. That's And I think there's something, anyways, but no, they do use hing in the mat for sure. Um, she said if it's not appropriate for Takoji's worship, I'll stop using it. No, they definitely use hing in the mat. I remember going out to buy it in the market. But Rukmini Didi says, as far as I know, it is only not used on Akadashi because it is often cut with wheat. Yeah. And I mean, we've talked about Akadashi before. Every mat has their different standards and everything like that. But in most of the Gaudiya mats, the only spices that they use is salt and black pepper. And then many mats don't even use not even fresh turmeric or fresh ginger. Chaitanya Gaudiya Mat and Gopinath Gaudiya Mat and some other mats, they don't use ginger or turmeric, even if it's fresh. But in my Gurudev's mats, they do use turmeric and ginger. So as every mat has different standards, and you should just follow whatever your Guru Maharaj set. Lots of times it's not like a shastric thing, it's just what the Acharya established. And so just follow that. Um, all right. Is there any points related to what we're reading? A lot of, yeah, Ras Tattva, which is completely beyond me, but of course, I mean, obviously, but yeah, it was really nice going through it, and now it's all starting to become a little bit more clear, different, um, just the basic definitions of all the words. Um, still not totally clear on Sanchari Bhav, the transitory emotions, transitory bhavs. Um, but that was the last one. We didn't come to that yet. Vyabhichari or Sanchari. But yeah. Okay. So, I will see you all tomorrow. I guess I'll pre-record a video. It'll have to be half an hour. That's the limit it gives me. So I'll just maybe it'll be over a few videos. We'll just do half an hour a day of this last chapter of Harināma-cintāmaṇi. Otherwise, I mean, something I don't even know when we're leaving tomorrow, actually, but something I could do. Actually, I'll make something. If it's possible, then maybe I could read 1 hour earlier. I could start at 6 instead of 7. If our program is going to leave tomorrow at 7, then I can start at 6 a.m. and then we could do a full hour together. But I will find out what our schedule is tomorrow, and then I will let you all know in our Bhaktivinoda Giti Dhara WhatsApp group. Yeah. And Rukmini Didi is saying, example, Mother Yashoda. Okay, she's giving because I was asking about Sanchari Bhav right now. So she said, example, Mother Yashoda is worried about Krishna due to her maternal love. So the maternal love is Sthai Bhav, and the worry is Sanchari Bhav. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so in different circumstances, different emotions will arise. And so but she's not going to stay worried about this particular thing for Krishna forever. So that's why it's a transitory emotion and Sanchari Bhav. Okay, cool. That's very clear. Actually, that's that with the Ras Tattva, it's really, and Srila Rupa Goswami does this, it's really helpful just to have an example instead of just terms. So that's very helpful, Rukmini Didi. Um, thanks. I was working on something in Venu Git that explains um, the Sanchari Bhav of, it's talking about actually Manjari Bhav. Let's see if I can remember this. um, so there is Suhrid Rati and Krishna Rati. I'm explaining it in my own words right now. So Suhrid Rati is the Rati that, um, like like the gopis have, they all have love for Krishna, and many of the gopis love Krishna in a similar kind of way, and so they are friends, like Lalita, Vishaka, with Srimati Radhika, like that. They all have this same thing in common, that they love Krishna in this particular kind of flavor. So they're all friends, and so the love that they have for each other based on that is called Suhrid Rati. Um, and then with God, what did it say? So this when this Suhrid Rati sometimes is equal to their Krishna Rati, or sometimes less than their Krishna Rati. So their love that they have for their friend Srimati Radhika sometimes is equal to the love that they have for Krishna. And so then this is called, what was that called? Anyways, I forgot. But then when that Suhrid Rati will sometimes be equal to the Krishna Rati, or even um, go beyond it, then that is called Bhavulasarati. Oh no, but the Sanchari Bhav. This is something. Some Sanchari Bhav was in there. It is like God, I have to look it up again. But yeah, it's a transitory thing. It's not that really for everybody. The Krishna Rati is the permanent thing, that, and everything is based off on the Krishna Rati. But it's a Sanchari bhav, that they sometimes they have equal love for Srimati Radhika and Krishna. But the Manjaris, their um their Bhavalasarati it exceeds their Krishna Rati. Something like that. I can look it up and be more clear on it, but it's something like that. All right. Um, I guess that's it. Does anybody have anything they want to mention? If not, I will end here. Okay. So see you all tomorrow. Jai Shri Radhe. And I probably got that last thing a bit
हरी
wrong.
बोल